It's Transforce96 here with another video. I'm going to be talking about some new Hot Toys that were shown for Rogue One. A bunch of Hot Toys for Rogue One were shown today. I'm going to talk about them in a few videos though, because there are some figures that I want to talk about a little more than others. But in this video I'm going to be talking about the new Specialized Troopers. So I believe that they showed like a new Stormtrooper with a new pauldron or something like that, but I'm just going to be talking about the specialized versions of the Troopers, which is the two new Shore Troopers as well as the Hover Tank Pilot. So I'm going to be talking about those three specific figures in this video today. So let's get started. First of all, with the Shore Troopers, we obviously already have seen the official images of one of them, and it did go up for pre-order, and that was the Stormtrooper Captain. With the blue markings, or the most blue markings of all of them. And that looked like a really cool figure. It actually got me kind of into the Shore Troopers, because for a time there I wasn't a fan of the Shore Trooper look. However, after that figure was shown, and after that like Walmart ad that showed like a clip of the Shore Troopers came out, I really started to like them quite a bit. So I was hoping that they do my favorite version, which was the Squad Leader, and it looks like they have, which is great. In the official images of the Captain Shore Trooper, in the background of some of his pictures, we did see the regular Scarf Stormtroopers, but now we of course have it on display at this event. So talking about these three, I do have a picture for reference here of how they are in the movie. So this is the regular one, obviously. This one is actually going to be this one over here, and then this one is the middle one. But just because of how this picture was shaped, I kind of wanted this one in the center, which is why I didn't match them up. But anyway, to get started, as you can see, these two are very similar. So the regular Shore Trooper is just about the same as the Captain. The only difference is being the blue paint, and the red and the white stripe are the same on all of them, though. But the blue paint is slightly different. As you can see, you have the majority of the blue paint in the chest there. You have it on the shoulder pad, the arm, and a bit on the side there. On the Squad Leader, which is my favorite design for the Shore Trooper, he has the blue markings, but he just has less of them. He has the full shoulder, and then he has just a stripe on the chest, and then a bit on the other shoulder. That's my favorite type of look because I like the blue, but I don't like it to be just like overpowering on it. As well as I like the fact that the Squad Leaders had that little skirt section, which I think looks quite nice. They do sacrifice the armor bits to have that skirt section here, but I think that that just looks a little bit better. I think that Hot Toys, just in general, they got the blue paint wrong. I mean, from this image you can see, and also from that clip, that Walmart clip that showed like the Shore Troopers kind of like storming an ACT, I believe is what they're called in the new movie, and then like one gets on top of it and then the thing blows up. In that ad that showcased all three of the Shore Troopers, they had their blue was very dark blue, almost like a grayish blue, and then in this picture, as you can see, it's a very light blue here. So to have this big bright blue, I think is definitely not accurate to the movie. So I hope that by the time these figures come out, their blue will be definitely toned down a bit, although I don't think that that's going to be the case. Possibly, you know, the actual suits in the movie have a bright blue, but just when you get that movie filter in it, it comes across as a bit more dull, so I would have liked that dullness to come across. Also, I was thinking that the brown pants seem to be extremely bright on the official images of the Shore Trooper Captain, but luckily the ones on display here have a nice toned down brown pants, so I am liking that look quite a bit. As far as their weapons, as you can see, the Captain comes with a long rifle, and then the Squad Leader, as well as the regular one, comes with like standard pistols. I'm not quite sure how accurate that is. I believe that the regular Shore Trooper needs to have a smaller pistol, but I thought that the Squad Leader had a longer rifle as well, so we'll have to see. Obviously this thing's not on pre-order, but when it goes on pre-order, I hope that you do get a small and the large rifle for the Squad Leader, because that's the one that I want to get, basically. But all of these look really great. The Captain is on pre-order for $205, so I would imagine these other two are probably going to be the exact same price. There's really not much different between any of them to warrant one being cheaper than another, so I would imagine that they're all going to be about $205, unless one just comes with some crazy accessories, but I'm seriously doubting that. And then the completely new trooper that they showed was the hover tank pilot. I've been very much looking forward to seeing this. In my opinion, the best looking troopers in this movie are the hover tank pilots. I just think that they look awesome. I'm a big fan of their helmets, how wide they are, and just their design in general. I love the helmets. And then he does have, you know, pretty standard upper chest armoring, and then his legs are pretty bare except for the bottom of his like shins there. Sorry, that's my background. His shins have some armor on them. So so he's obviously meant to be like a gunner in the tanks and to drive the tanks and things like that. So so hopefully he does some decent things in the movie, but I have a feeling that we're just going to see him in tanks, unfortunately. But I love the design of the armor. I think that this Hot Toys figure looks excellent. Looks like they did a tremendous job with the weathering. As you can see in just all the cracks of the actual helmet, so much weathering going on, and the torso and everything. Much more weathering than the Shore Troopers, and then the Death Troopers don't have any weathering on them at all. So I think that you're getting the most weathering with these hover tank pilots, and I think that they just look great. I'm a big fan of them. So we'll have to see which troopers I end up getting from this movie, to be honest. I don't want to spend full retail on any of them. Considering the first, the Force Awakens figures, the troopers, none of them sold out, and they can all be bought cheaper now. So I plan on doing the same thing with Rogue One, and just kind of waiting for the prices to drop a bit before I pick up any troopers. However, the troopers I'm most interested in is this hover tank pilot, the squad leader Shore Trooper, and then one of the Death Troopers. I don't really have a preference, maybe the Specialist, but I'm not sure. But this is looking great, and this is the only hover tank pilot that they did show, the one with the gray markings on it. There is, of course, a regular hover tank pilot that has no gray markings on it, so I would imagine that they'll do him too, considering it would be a simple repaint. So there you go, that's my my thoughts on the new troopers that were shown at this event, that being the Squad Leader Shore Trooper, the Scarf Shore Trooper, and the Hover Tank Pilot. Let me know what you guys think of those troopers, and for my thoughts on the other Rogue One's figures that were shown, you can check out those videos. Thanks so much for watching.